Jess, another year of eventing looming. What are you up to?
A lot at the moment. I've got a lot of young thoroughbreds in, so it's sort of teaching them they don't have to gallop in circles and trying to get their brains together for the flat work and teaching them to jump. I've got a pretty exciting young team at the moment, but not really any experienced horses, so...
That's a challenge.
Yeah, it's had its moments, but it's nice producing them. I suppose you know what you're getting. It's nice. Sue's given me a really good opportunity with Millie, the Aztec mare, so it's something that's done a little bit more, which is pretty good, but I really enjoy my young thoroughbreds, so...
You said plural. How many are you getting fit?
We have 12 in work at the moment, which is pretty good. I've got about 4 on the permanent team that I want to keep going with. 1's 6, there's a 5-year-old and 2 4-year-olds. But everything else is basically on the market, trying to get to a manageable number. Got a bit wild.
12, that's a pretty big day.
Yeah, it's pretty full on at the moment, but no, it's good fun. I've got some good help at home, which is pretty useful.
Now, you mentioned Sue Fowler from Aztec. She's a great stalwart, isn't she?
Yeah, she's helped me out heaps. I worked for the Steiners last winter and they sort of put me in touch with her, and she's given me some great horses and some good help and has sort of started me breeding some of my own young ones. So no, it's a great opportunity. She's a great help.
Now, you're talking thoroughbreds to a degree and putting them over fences for eventing. That's a big change.
Yeah, it is. They all seem to adapt pretty well. Like, I haven't had one that's really surprised me yet, but no, they've been good. I've got one Fritzy Boy at the moment for the Beyond the Barriers challenge, which is a sort of thoroughbred makeover at Equidays, which is pretty exciting, but no.
You go flat racing thoroughbreds rather than steeplechasers?
I don't really have a preference. I have all flat ones at the moment, but the steeplechase ones turn into pretty good eventers as well, really. They're very, very versatile.
How do you make a horse understand from flat racing all those jumps, because some of them are pretty interesting?
Yeah, we take it really slow. Donna's been a good help slowing it all down and sort of getting it so they're just reading the questions and not using flat speed to just get you through it, sort of helping them just read the question a little more.
What do you mean, read the question?
So they've got time to think about it. Sort of instead of flat tack galloping, we bring them in and start them at the trot, so they've got plenty of time to just look at the fence and get a read on what's happening. And we find if you give them a good experience, they're pretty keen to give anything a go, really.
From picking up a horse to the time that it actually starts its first event, what's the time frame?
It varies. My first one I got off the track probably took me about 6 weeks before he went out to his first show, but this lot I had, the last two I've got off have been off the track 2 weeks and have jumped double clear around 80, so they're a pretty cool wee bunch of horses at the moment.
Now, out of that 12, how many will actually go to events?
There's 7 on the competition team at the moment, so I've got a backup rider who helps me out when we get stuck with all of them, but no, hopefully get down to 4 is the plan.
So how many riders do you have for an event, or do you do, obviously you must do multiples?
I do multiples, yeah. I try. I've got 5 that I'm riding personally, and the girl who helps me at home is riding a couple as well, so that's pretty full on, but yeah, I like to get the job done myself. I find it's more rewarding.
Of course, you know the horses, you know what they're capable of.
Yeah, definitely. It's nice.
The season starts about now?
Yeah, we've got a first event at Oamaru next weekend, which I've got 3 going to. All the young ones are back out for their first, well, one's got his first event of the season and the other 2 have their first 1-day or 2-day events, so it's pretty exciting.
And how long does it last for, the season?
We run all the way through to May, which is Tapo 3-day. It gets pretty quiet after the end of March, but we do have a few more events, so it's quite full on, really.
It's a buzz.
Yeah, I love it. It's certainly, I wouldn't do anything else other than eventing, really.